Watch us live stream at twitch.tv/Inez27. Live stream times are Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Time. Follow us on Twitter at SeemsGoodMagic. And please support my eBay store by going to SeemsGoodMagic.com, clicking on the icon, and purchasing some playsets and singles. Thanks, and enjoy the video. Hey, what's up everybody? Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here for another 8-4 M14 Draft. Good pack, plenty of strong choices in here. Mindsparker's a good rare. I've played against him, played with him. I like him. I don't think he's as good as Singer Vampire, which is very, very likely the pick here. 5 mana 4/4 flying in black is usually pretty unheard of, except when it's rare. And funny thing, because Singer Vampire used to be a rare, so keep that in mind. Water Servant, Trained Condor, also good. Chandra's Outrage, of course, good. Rootwalla, good. Advocate of the Beast. Most of these cards, if not all of them, besides the Glimpse of the Future, are playable. We're going to take the Singer Vampire, though. Really good card. Very strong. You know how it goes. I mean, usually I'd take removal maybe over it, or consider removal over it, but there's a lot of things to reward you for mono black. I know I'm calling mono color early. I don't want to do that, but a lot of monocolor black options in this format, which is definitely significant. All right. Well, as I say that, we get past Deathgaze Cockatrice. That's pretty awesome. So I think we're going to take that. Phantom Warrior in here, Dawnstrike Paladin, Giant Growth, Disperse, even Wall of Swords to a certain extent. All pretty playable. Imposing Sovereign is playable. It's just not the most exciting rare. It's okay. It's playable and limited. Let's pick up a Cockatrice pretty happily here, and unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be wheeling anything from this pack, but that's all right. All right. Well, it's our lucky day. We get another Deathgaze Cockatrice. Nightwing Shade, of course, very good too, especially in mono black. Although it works actually fine in a 2-color deck too. It's kind of the nice thing about it. Not too hard to pump up a couple times in a 2-color deck. But yeah, we're just going to take another Death Touch Flyer. All the black flyers. So off to a good mono black start, one of which I'm pretty happy about. All right, Claustrophobia and Marauding Maulhorn, probably the strongest picks remaining in this pack. We're going to take the Corpse Hauler. 3 pretty solid creatures I'd like to return. Festering Newt is definitely playable, and if I had a Bubbling Cauldron or Bog Brew Witch, might be a little more of a priority to pick it up, but I'm a big Corpse Hauler fan. Very, very efficient creature. Very good. Okay, now, I mean, I can take a Dark Favor. It's not my favorite pick here, but otherwise I guess we could take a Phantom Warrior, but with all this double black, taking the double blue feels mighty awkward. There's not really too much else in this pack besides the Phantom Warrior that's significantly good. Goblin Shortcutter, Brindlebore, certainly playable. Vile Rebirth, not too impressed with that card. Dark Favor I guess seems better because we have just a bunch of flyers right now. But I guess I can grab one, cut black a little more. Mind Rot's okay too, but let's just take a Dark Favor for now. All right, pretty happily snatching up in a Cursed Spirit here. Anything else significant in here? Stonehorn Chanter is playable. Lightning Talons is quite good. Ranger's Guile is definitely playable. I think Lava Axe is pretty playable too. Not amazing, but Lava Axe is sort of a classic core set staple for a red deck. Cursed Spirit, pretty happily grabbing that. Okay, here we get the Blood Baron. Definitely going to grab that. Anything else significant in here? Minotaur Abomination's playable. I'd rather have the Blood Baron. Oromancer is fine. Sensory Deprivation is actually proven itself to be kind of valuable for the blue decks in M14. They have all that card draw, so it's nice to just buy a bunch of time. Pretty valuable. But happily taking a 3-drop creature here. Okay, I guess I can take a Shrivel. That's a Battle Sliver, which is pretty impressive, but unfortunately black is restricted to only 1 sliver. So probably not necessary. I guess we can take a Shrivel. I don't really think we're going to main deck it, but like I said, we're cutting black for now. Okay, here I'll pretty happily grab the Altar's Reap. Not the most amazing card in the game, but certainly playable and tends to do some things. I don't think we need a second Dark Favor. Certainly a good anti-removal spell. Anti-active treason. Anti-pacifism. Stuff like that. It's good out. Definitely playable. Alright, we're going to take the last black card here over the better Lightning Talons just to really signify, hit it home that we are cutting black. So I'm also going to take the Artificer's Hex. I'm going to let my opponents take all of these cards. Just really want to signal that's great. I'm really happy to see. I mean, it's not like these are good black cards in the last few picks here, but it's good that black is going that late. That's very indicative of it being open, which should be tremendously helpful in the next two packs. Hopefully we see a Corrupt. That would be very helpful. Dark Prophecy. I made that deck once in a stream. I wish I could have posted that to YouTube. You guys would have really liked that deck. Oh my god, called shot. Yeah, we're going to take the Dark Prophecy. I mean, there's actually a chance that we wheel it, and I am going to look at the rest of the pack, because there's also Corpse Hauler and a Festering Newt. But Dark Prophecy is remarkably good. With Altar's Reap, it just gets silly. You just draw like 3 cards. Blood Baron, you get all sorts of cool interactions with that. Festering Newt, it's very good. You get to have a nice chump block, maybe even trade with something. Corpse Hauler, think of the synergy there. You get to sack it. You're drawing a card. You're returning a creature. Dark Prophecy is phenomenally good. Very difficult to play outside of mono black, which is actually the reason why I think it could possibly wheel, but I just don't want to risk it. I think it really is going to be important if we want to make that strategy work. And getting it this early is just really great too. It's going to allow us to maybe pick up really keep our eye open for more sack outlets like Vampire. Can't think of his name. Vampire Lord. Is it that simple of a name? Something like that. The 5-drop, and then another Blood Baron, something like that, or even the Gnawing Zombie. All of those. All right. Enlarge, Warden, obviously, Mana Weft, Sliver, Spore Mound, plenty of good Root Walla, a lot of good green creatures, a lot of good spells remaining in here, but definitely just going infinite on these Deathgaze Cockatrices. I really like that card a lot. I think it's very, very strong. All right, wow, Doomblade and Liturgy of Blood and Curse Spirit, a lot of black cards. I'm thinking we have a decent chance of wheeling one of them. Relevant. We're just going to snatch up the Doomblade. Liturgy, I mean, arguably, because it targets more. And I have actually lived the dream before Liturgy into Dark Prophecy, which is kind of funny. But I think we just take the Doomblade. It's just cheaper, and I'd like to really make sure we have some cheap spot removal. Plus, since it seems the black is pretty open, it's less chance of not being able to target the creature. That, it's more restrictive than Liturgy, obviously, but it's also 3 less mana, which is not to be discounted. So it's also more splashable too, I would say. Could take the Ring Flesh, which is a pretty solid piece of removal, but I think it's okay to take the Accursed Spirit here. I admit we're starting to get a little bit clunked up in the 4-drop department, but this card is very significant. Being able to intimidate in for 3 is always good. Okay, here we'll pretty happily snatch up the Bubbling Cauldron. We're in mono black. We could find the Festering Newts. Even if we don't, now we have another Dark Prophecy interaction. So Bubbling Cauldron is very much what this color combination wants. All right, I admit, getting a lot of 4-drops. I'm trying to think how big of a problem this could be. I mean, it could be a big issue, but I'm going to try not to worry about it too much yet. We still have quite a few chances to pick up earlier or cheaper stuff, I mean, but we'll figure it out. Okay, I think we're going to take the Quag Sickness here. I mean, we could use some more creatures, and Child of Night is quite an excellent mono black one, but Quag Sickness is probably one of the best pieces of removal that mono black has access to, and I just don't want to miss out on it. Admittedly, a little bit short on creatures, but we've got time. We've got a whole nother pack to figure this out. Let's cut the cards from main deck that I'd prefer not to play. I mean, it's possible I could play the Dark Favor, so I'll leave that in for now. But Shrivel, I think, and Vile Rebirth. Even Mind Rot, I would prefer to be sideboard. Just, I want a more accurate depiction of what our deck is ultimately going to look like. Get another 4-drop? Yeah, I think we are. So Blightcaster here interacts well with the Quag Sickness. I guess it interacts fairly well with the Dark Favor as well, but we need some more creatures, albeit at the 4-drop slot. Pretty happily snatching up Corpse Hauler here. Great interaction with our Dark Prophecy. Really happy to see that come this late. Bodes very well for our monocolor deck. A lot of goodies in here for the other players. I'm just going to... I guess I can cut something here. Let's cut the Rootwalla. That card's really annoying. A second Altar's Reap. I'm probably not playing 2 Altar's Reap even with the Dark Prophecy. But I guess I'm really not likely to play the Shadowborn Apostle either. I guess I'll take it just in case I'm too short on creatures. I'll pass all these. They can take them. Guess we'll take a second Vile Rebirth just in case we need it for some reason. So a little bit short on creatures, but our deck's direction, we're just waiting to really explode in this third pack here. Really waiting to make this whole process come together. We have plenty of... Wow. Another 4-drop. Well, I mean, I said I had too many 4-drops, but I don't think I can comfortably pass a Liliana's Reaver. That card has a little bit too much leverage in your average match. I mean, it is kind of problematic playing that many 4-drops, I will fully admit, but we totally look like a 17 land deck, so we shouldn't have problems getting to 4 mana, and we do have a lot of stuff that stops creatures in their tracks. Briarpack Alpha is a phenomenal card. Blood Baron I would like to get, but gonna take the sick rare. Wow. Second Singer Vampire. There's also Child of Night. I don't think I can comfortably pick a Child over Singer Vampire. Or Death Gaze too. Jeez. And Undead Minotaur, Vampire Warlord. Warlord was the card, not just Lord. Okay. Yeah, you gotta take the Singer. Okay, pretty happily take the Ring Flesh here. We'll definitely be main decking that. Wait, what does this card do? I haven't seen it yet. As long as your life total is greater than or equal to your starting life total, creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever one or more creatures you control attack, you gain life equal to the number of attacking creatures. Wow, this card's actually kind of cool. I hadn't seen this one before. I really like this, actually. It's kind of interesting. But obviously we're not taking it, just pointing out that I think it's good. Alright. Just windmill slamming our third Corpse Hauler. Can go infinite. It's kind of cool you can actually go infinite with Corpse Hauler and Dark Prophecy. I guess not infinite since you lose a life each time, but you get what I'm saying. You just can recycle Corpse Haulers to draw cards, and Bubbling Cauldron you can gain a bunch of life, so I guess in that case you could go infinite. But taking Corpse Hauler, definitely. Alright, we're at 22. Let's cut the Shadowborn now. I'm not likely to play it. I think our next cuts are probably going to be in the form of maybe an Accursed Spirit or 2. Dark Favor, currently looking good on all of this evasion that we have. Alright. Windmill Slam and Liturgy. Getting more relevant removal. Happily. Taking that second Blood Baron. We're going to take it over the Minotaur Abomination. This is going to help with curving purposes, also going to help with our Dark Prophecy plan. This looks like a 23 I would be very content with, but we'll see if I can get some upgrades going. Okay, Minotaur Abomination, a Quarter Shield, a second Blightcaster. Currently we're sitting with a Dark Favor, a Dark Prophecy, and a Quag Sickness. Alright, let's go a little bit deeper on Blightcaster for now. It is another 4-drop, like I said, but I don't know. It just seems better in our deck than Minotaur Abomination. Not that Minotaur Abomination's bad necessarily, it's just I've come to really like Blightcaster a lot, even when you only have like 3 interactions like we do. It really can just pick people apart. Could take the rest for sideboard. I guess we can take a Nightwing Shade too. Let's just get one Shade. Alright, taking another Blood Baron just in case. Curving purposes here. Undead Minotaur. Now we can start hating, so let's take the Fire Cat. He's pretty annoying. Tutor. I don't know what we'd necessarily find with it, but I guess. I might be cutting... I don't actually know. Probably a Cursed Spirit. Maybe I want the Spirits over the Nightwing Shade. But it's nice to have mana sinks too. I don't actually know. I'll have to figure this out. I like our 3-drop slots right now. Even though Undead Minotaur is nothing to write home about, he helps our curve a little bit. I don't actually know. Maybe I'll ditch out on the Blightcaster plan just because we have so many 4-drops and now we actually have enough playables. Or maybe I want to have one in there. I don't actually know. I am pretty happy we ended up monocolor. I'll say that. Let's put in all the Blood Barons for now. Let's just put in everything that potentially is playable. And from there we'll figure out what kind of curve this deck should have. Alright, got plenty of late game win plan with the Double Singer Vampire, Liliana's Reaver, Deathgaze, Cockatrice for days. Let's cut one Accursed Spirit. Let's cut... We only have to make one more cut? I must be missing something. Bubbling Cauldron. Do I need the Bubbling Cauldron here? We actually have no synergies. Life gain is good alongside the Dark Prophecy. But I don't mind running triple Blood Baron either. Card is... I like having a high creature count, especially with Altar's Reap and Blood Barons with the Dark Prophecy. I want to be able to sack creatures whenever I want. I do only have 3 cards that interact with Blightcaster, right? Did I count that correctly? Dark Prophecy, Quag Sickness, and the Dark Favor, which I did not put in. So I guess we can cut a Blightcaster here. Maybe we only need one since I don't think we're going to run the Dark Favor. I mean, Dark Favor is okay. It's just this deck does not need it. Not with the removal package that we've got. Yeah, this looks good. We've got the we ended up with Liturgy, Ringflesh, Doomblade, Quag Sickness. That's enough removal. I mean, not to mention what quad Death Touch creatures in our 4-drop slot. And Blightcaster can get you some extra value as well. So this deck looks very strong. Looks very fun. I could make it slightly more clunky and cut the Undead Minotaur for another Accursed Spirit. Just because it's evasive. It's very good and evasive, but I think we're clogged enough in our 4-drop slot. We have more than enough ways for this deck to win, so let's just make sure that we can play creatures on turn 3 to protect ourselves in a pinch. Good sideboard plan. Yeah, I think I like this. I mean, Bubbling Cauldron, like I said, does interact very well with the Dark Prophecy and the Corpse Haulers. So, debatably, I could cut a Blood Baron for the Bubbling Cauldron, but unfortunately, 0 Festering Newts just makes Bubbling Cauldron a lot less attractive and less needed, I would say. Is triple Blood Baron a little too much, perhaps? I mean, I always like the idea of having a sack outlet with Dark Prophecy. It can be very valuable. We already have so many, though. I guess we don't need the Bubbling Cauldron. Yeah, I like this deck a lot. Really happy that we opened the Blood Prophecy. Can't even think of the stupid name of the card now. Dark Prophecy. Called Shot. That was pretty cool. All right, we're gonna play 17 lands. We need to get 4 mana. 0 Corrupts, which makes me a little bit sad, but I'm not gonna pretend that I'm not happy with the way the deck ended up. I ended up monocolor, which is where I always want to be, and I ended up with plenty of good ways to win. So, see you guys round 1.